So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored. Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. Just before I was about to call you called me a bus wanker. How am I supposed to reply to that?
Because you were like, sorry. And I was like, yeah, you bus wanker. That's where it's from.
Anyway,
I'm the one that can't drive. I'm the bus wanker.
Well,
sorry,
I wasn't going to say
train wanker anyway.
You're a tranker.
Tranker.
But anyway,
my train is pulling into your station.
Oh dear. Anyway,
pull up to the bump, baby.
What a fight we've got here. Didn't think we'd ever see this fight, to be perfectly honest. Did you? Let's be honest. Canelo versus Triple G 3. Jeffrey. This is going to be a great fight. But before we get into it, we're going to hit the intro. By the way, it was Canelo versus Triple G 3. Have some of this.
Are you ready?
Let's do it. Canelo, 61 fights, 57 wins, 2 draws, 39 knockouts. One of Ender's favourites, his baby boy. Triple G, 44 fights, 42 wins, 1 draw, 37 knockouts. This is for all the gold, as we know, because that's how Canelo does it. This is going to be...
Well, all the gold at middleweight.
Yeah.
Super middleweight, sorry.
Super middle.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a corker. We've seen 2 fights from these guys before. We know how that went. We won't get into that because there's a little bit. But it's kind of one of those, isn't it? People sit on the fence with a particular fight, shall we say. But let's base it on these 2 guys as they are at the moment, because that's going to be the fight we're going to be watching, isn't it? Stop it. How are we going to see this one, Mr. Ender?
You want me to go first? No problem. Well, you said don't reference the last 2 fights. Well, bollocks, because I am going to. The first fight, Triple G won, absolutely robbed. They gave it a draw, so that meant Triple G definitely won. The second fight, people say Triple G won that. He didn't. Canelo won it. There was no question about that.
So you say, coming into this fight, it's 1-1?
Exactly. In my head, it's 1-1. That draw was bollocks. It completely belonged to Gennady Golovkin. And so it's 1-1 now. And I think it's going to go 2-1 to Canelo, and I'm going to tell you why. And it's simple.
Please.
It's Triple G's age, and that's the only reason. The only reason that he won't win this fight is because Father Time has caught up with him. His style of fights. I mean, he's a great fighter. His punches are, people were saying about who's got the best jab in boxing. Because they were going on about last week, when he won by just jabbing his way to victory in Australia, Kambosos Jr. against Devin Haney. Sorry, I'm after getting a message. I'll be back to you. Sorry. I got a text.
But no, I'll take over for a second.
No,
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm back.
I know exactly what you mean, though. But all I will say is, do you think Triple G has his engine gone for one more fight against Canelo? Or do you think there could be a chance of an upset in your eyes? Because you look at it as an upset, don't you?
Look at what as an upset?
Triple G beating Canelo.
Oh, of course that'd be an upset. The bookies will look at it as an upset. You'll get huge money for Triple G to win this fight. And I would think you'd be very foolhardy of anyone to back Triple G to win this fight. When he won the first fight and didn't even get the decision, and he lost the second fight, and the third fight, I mean, he's older. The only thing now, because Canelo went up to light heavyweight and was just exposed for being a 5'8". You can't fight at light heavyweight at 5'8". That's all that proved. And everyone thinks now, oh well, that kind of took the shine off Canelo Alvarez. It didn't. Pound for pound, he's still a great fighter. But if it's not pound for pound, he can't fight at light heavyweight. That's the whole definition of pound for pound.
But do you think the defeat though he's gonna, because I know how much of a fan you are of Canelo. I know.
But I love Triple G too. Don't get me wrong. I love the
No, and
pair of them.
I understand that. But do you think that Canelo losing to Bivol, do you think that will have an effect on him because he hasn't lost in such a long time?
No. And it's because he has lost before and he's come back from it. And adversity and defeat have never stopped Canelo. And because he'll know he's going down from light heavyweight back down to super middleweight, where he's taking on a middleweight opponent, remember? You know? So he's going to have the height or the weight advantage on Triple G. And it's the age advantage. And he's going to have that, just the superior of having been in the ring with bigger, heavier guys and cleaning out the super middleweight division. It's all pointing in the direction of Saul Canelo Alvarez. And I can see him stopping Triple G, unfortunately. And it will be in rounds 9 to 12 because we know Alvarez doesn't really get going into the later rounds. So he doesn't get involved in like barnstorming fights. He's a very clever boxer. So he's going to just wait out his time. And then I think he's just going to, could people stop texting me? Then he's going to, now I've lost my train of thought. He's going to wait out his time. You know, he's going to be like the Wile E. Coyote, and you're going to have the old roadrunner that is Triple G going around, but this time Wile E. Coyote will ensnare him, and he's going to get him in rounds 9 to 12. So I'm taking KO for Saul Canelo Alvarez in rounds 9 to 12. What do you say, Joel?
I'd love to see Triple G do it. I would love.
I would love to see Triple G do it too,
and I know that, but I would love to see him get the job done. Will he get the job done? I think it's a really hard task. Has he still got that one big fight left in him that he can really give Canelo problems? I think he will give Canelo problems.
Oh, he
I
will.
think he will.
In the mid rounds. I think
those early to mid rounds, like you say, if he can get that start, and he starts so well, he can go the 12 rounds in fantastic form, can't he? We know that. I really hope Triple G does it, and maybe that's my heart over my head.
That's fine. I mean, you know,
but
I
just think
Canelo. If you ask me, who would you like to win? You'd be surprised.
I would like to see Triple G.
I would like to see Triple G win as well, only to get the decision he didn't get in the first fight.
Yeah, because personally, he was robbed.
He was absolutely robbed in that first fight. There's no disputing that.
But like you were saying, I totally agree. I know it's unheard of. Canelo, he's been in with the bigger guys. He you know, we go back to Callum Smith, the taller guy that had the power as well, good boxing ability. No problem for Canelo whatsoever. You know.
Well, I do think
Canelo went all the way with Bivol. Let's remember that, though. Canelo went all the way with Bivol. This is not, you know, that's the thing. There was no stoppage. So it shows his resilience.
That's why I don't think Triple G can do it. Because if Bivol can't stop him, how will Triple G stop him?
Well, yeah. I think Canelo will win, and I think it will go down to points again. Because I just don't.
So you're going the whole way to points?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's how it's going to work out for Canelo.
And will he win fairly on points, or will he get?
I think he will. I think he will.
Okay, cool.
We've got to be honest, haven't we? It's one of those you really want Triple G to do it, as you say, just to salvage something that he should have had before. But Canelo's just shown his resilience against Bivol
and his growth,
giant.
You know. Yeah. And he's at the top of his mountain, whereas Triple G now is on the descent.
Yeah, but let us know in the comments. This is another interesting fight. There's plenty of quick predicts to have a look at. Not that they've been particularly quick, but let us know. Chuck it in the comments. Me and Enda would love to see what you've got to say. And yeah, as I say, thank you very much for joining us. And we'll
don't
see
forget
you again
to like
soon.
and subscribe.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button and share it around. Ender, thank you very
Shared
much.
around like an STI. Oops.
See you soon.
Are you ready?